Yeah, hi everyone. So I'm Amar. I'm the CEO and one of the founders at Yobota. We are a core banking system vendor, as I mentioned, and we're very focused on making financial services intelligent, flexible, and about you, or about people and businesses that consume financial products. I'll explain a bit about the platform we built and how it's being used and why it's great. But really fundamentally, there's a bunch of us who left some fairly cushy jobs to start this, and the reason we did that was essentially that nothing's changed, right? And that might seem like a really reductionist statement, and it probably is if you look at everything all in all. But when we think about the financial products that we access as consumers and the financial products that we use as small businesses or in our day-to-day lives, they are essentially the same as what our parents use, what our grandparents use in multiple cases, right? Loans have been the same for years and years. Credit cards have essentially been the same for years and years. Mortgages haven't really fundamentally changed. The economics that we get access to are, broadly speaking, the same. In many cases, they're very expensive for people who actually need access to good economics. And there's a case of, there's a savings crisis and pensions crisis and things like that. So people are sort of in this position where they're stuck and these products don't really work for them anymore. We've seen great innovation when it comes to immediacy of payments and contactless and mobile payments and things like that, and also the ability to just do stuff straight off your phone. And you can buy a loan off your phone. You can buy, we're getting to the stage where you can sort of just book a mortgage straight off your phone, and these things are happening in a very very fast way. But ultimately, the products haven't moved along, so we're sort of addressing access to market, we're not addressing the market itself. So the system we have built is a new core banking engine that's focused on allowing our clients to create and operate those types of products, what we would consider the best products that are relevant to their customers. And in doing that, our clients can actually focus on bringing forward the experiences and the economics that address the needs and the changing needs specifically of their customers and of their regulators. I'll talk about an example of this in a bit. So the platform that we built, it's all runs on the cloud, so you get scale, you get resilience, you get security in the way that you do using cloud technologies. We built it using open source, so we have the whole wisdom of the crowd behind us in terms of the security and the scale you get in open source. And there's sensible fee structures, you don't get sort of bogged down in weird license conversations. We're able to offer bank-grade compliance for this, as well as modular design, so our clients essentially pay for components that they want to use and services that they want to use in a consumption-driven basis, as opposed to large license fee models. And we've got a really sophisticated, fine-grained user access system around all of this as well, so we can support these sophisticated operating models that many banks have. So if you think about cases where you've got third-party companies executing certain tasks for you. So all that is kind of at the heart of what we do, and with that, what we allow our clients to do is set up the types of products they want to take to market, so your loans, your deposits, mortgages and credit cards in the future, not that distant future. So we can set up those sorts of products. Our clients can distribute them through price comparison websites, brokerages, digital channels, web channels, and so forth. We then manage the onboarding of customers through the application data the customers provide, facilitating calls out to third-party data providers like ID checks, credit providers, underwriting systems, setting up direct debits and collections programs and so forth. And then we price up accounts. What is the right product to offer this individual? What is based on business rules? What's the right price point for it? And then essentially create the account and life cycle it until it matures and until it rolls off. And that life cycling is fully automated, right? That is everything from collection of payments to handling planned and unplanned events that happen on the account due to some action that we just get informed about. It is very, very rare that a human being needs to interact with the system. But when that human being does, there are great things we get sort of out of the box. There are flexible APIs that allow our customers to build experiences against our platform in their existing apps or against new apps using our sort of reference apps that we have. We have a full-service back-office application that you can use to manage your business. All of this is done in a multi-brand context, so you can run different brands for different products, different market segments, without compromising on single view of customer, which is great from a conduct and a customer relationship perspective as well. The financial services ecosystem is huge, right? And we're not trying to build all of it, but we do recognize our product sits in the middle of a lot of this stuff, so we've got a broad integration capability into the space as well. And in the middle of what we do, we've got a really powerful quantitative and interest rate event processor, which sort of allows us to manage accounts in the life cycle ways that I was talking about. And on top of this all, we've got really sophisticated tools for testing and analysis and foresight, in both in a sort of quantitative and actuarial way, as well as in an operational way. And that's pretty, it's pretty cool, it's a pretty big thing, but we're actually running a fully licensed bank on this. This isn't a science project in the way sort of it was a few years ago. Chetwood Financial were based up in Wrexham in Wales. They were fully authorized by the PRA last year. We run their LiveLend business, which is a lending business, and SmartSave, which is a savings brand that they have, and these have been running for over a year. And absolutely what they do is intelligent and flexible about their customers. On the LiveLend side, we push out executable quotes multiple thousands of times a day, like there's one every few seconds that's going out. And when I mean executable, it means someone can onboard themselves as a new customer onto the platform and have real cash money in their bank account from their loan within 15 minutes. And that happens without any human intervention. There's also all sorts of self-service capabilities for customers and staff members to be able to manage accounts in really useful ways. And this is the only place where you can get what's called a reward loan. The LiveLend product is all about, as a customer over, say, a 5 or 7 year loan, as their circumstances improve and their credit score goes up, their APR goes down. That's what we mean by making financial services about you and about consumers. And the greatest thing about it is that their customers love it, right? So our platform has been used to create a business that's really adored by the customers of our clients' customers. Right? And these are some sort of snips out of Trustpilot, where there's sort of 4 and 5 star reviews. There's a great quote someone had, it's just so easy and simple. This is a common sense approach to responsible lending. It's really nice to see that, seeing technology being applied in a context like this. So I mentioned mortgages earlier, and we're extending into the mortgage space with a client called Perenna Mortgages. Perenna are in the process with the PRA right now, and they're bringing fixed for life mortgages to the UK. So while the reward loan is something that we believe, as far as we can tell, is sort of a first anywhere in the world, fixed for life is done everywhere, or in lots of other countries, but it's not done in the UK. And it resolves a lot of issues for consumers and for borrowers. You have expensive fees when you're rolling mortgages. You have sort of people who get stuck in these sort of mortgage prisoner kinds of states where they can't get new products because the circumstances have changed. Or you just get expensive rates when it's time to roll. And it's not nice to be in that position. Fix for Life solves all of that, but you need a powerful platform to run it, not just in terms of the onboarding experience and the sort of long-term 20, 30-year servicing experience you have to provide through your APIs, but also in terms of the pricing and the product modeling and being able to link to various funding instruments that kind of power these things. So we're really proud to be doing this work and to be working with Perenna. I've got a quote here from Arjun Verbeek, who's the CEO at Perenna, that they, from what he's saying, we're doing something genuinely different for the UK mortgages space, and we chose Yobota because the platform offers us product flexibility that we need, and the team has a fantastic record. And we're saying this because we haven't really done any sort of marketing. We're not really a known brand, but we've been working really, really hard for the last 3 years, just approaching 4 years now, on building this platform that works, and that works for our clients and works for their customers. Within 2 years of us being set up, we were live running Chetwood lending business. And less than a year after that, we were running their bank, all on our business, all on our platform. So we're around 50 people today. We're moving into mortgages, moving into cards. We've got some other really exciting client prospects. But this has been a real journey for us, and we're really sort of kind of excited to see where it's going next. I don't have a huge amount else to say. We're over there on FTT19. We are hiring, so if you want to work in fintech, if you want to work in core banking, if you know anyone who does, please put them in touch. We're looking for exciting companies to partner with and to work with. So if that's you, or someone who is, again, just put them in touch with us. And I'll hand back over. But I hope this has been interesting.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you very much for that.